Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, October 1st. We've all you need to know about an update in the Subu Vedam case, as well as more on a new park in Center County.
We also have the latest information on the government shutdown, along with sports, entertainment, weather, and an interview. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brooke Bilski.
And I'm Emma Goldkopf. A woman who sued over her lack of medical care while in jail reached a $125,000 settlement with Center County. Jessica Trussler claimed she faced abhorrent conditions and shameful actions by corrections officers during her 17-day stay at the county jail. Medical complications throughout her time there led to her being flown by helicopter to Geisinger Medical Center in Danville. There, she had emergency heart surgery and was hospitalized for 4 months. Medical care at the jail is outsourced to Prime Care Medical, which has been named in dozens of lawsuits in the past 4 years. Trussler originally sought $25 million.
Center County District Attorney has denied appeal for a new trial in the Subu Vedam case. District Attorney Bernie Cantorna's Monday deadline has passed, with no decision made on an appeal. Judge Jonathan Grine ruled in August that Subu Vedam was, quote, deprived of due process rights and fair trial after being convicted of Thomas Kisner's 1980 murder. Cantorna's response leaves his office with two options: to either proceed with the new trial or to drop the case and release Vedam. The pretrial conference is scheduled for November 10th.
Online local news outlets were represented at a Pennsylvania House hearing Monday regarding their concern about a new bill that they say would continue to give traditional newspapers an advantage. The bill would allow digital newspapers, along with print, to publish public notices, such as government hearings or zoning changes. However, the bill would only categorize digital newspapers as publications that currently or formerly had a print edition. The move excludes publications like statecollege.com, who are solely online, from selling public notices, as well as it drives up prices for taxpayers.
A long-awaited park has recently opened its gates in Center County. Whitehall Road Regional Park in Ferguson Township has celebrated its grand opening on Wednesday, September 24th. The park includes features such as a multi-purpose field, walking trails, and an all-abilities playground, which will offer a more inclusive play for all children. Though the park is fairly new to the area, the talks date back to 2002, with its next phase to begin construction next year, with the help of municipal funding. What kind of weather can students expect for the rest of the week? Student meteorologist Filippo Formica is live in the studio with this week's forecast. Filippo?
Thanks, Brooke. It was a beautiful day today, and actually a gorgeous sunset right now at the Penn State Arboretum. If you had the chance to go outside today, it was beautiful. Right now at the Penn State Arboretum, it is 66 degrees, feeling like 66. Our dew points crashed today, 37, so a much more comfortable day out there. Our visibility at 10 miles right now. The big story over this past fall has been the drought conditions. State College and Center County still in moderate drought. This was released last Thursday, and we'll get another update in the drought monitor tomorrow. Zooming out to the northeast, you see very few clouds, a few offshore, but overall it's been a beautiful day, and that's going to continue for much of this week. Let's time this out in our future forecast here. On Thursday, we're issuing a sunrise and sunset watch because we have some high clouds that are going to be streaming through the region throughout the day on Thursday, and those high clouds off to our west as the sun is setting, and our high clouds off to the east are going to make for some beautiful sunrises and sunsets, just like we're seeing right now across central Pennsylvania. As we go throughout the rest of our work week and into Friday, those high clouds continue to stay in place, and then by Friday night and into Saturday, we're going to see those clouds begin to clear. Widening this out and talking about the weekend, we'll see some cloud cover Saturday afternoon, but overall I think it's still going to be a great day to get outside, but not as beautiful as Sunday. Not a cloud to be seen. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous on Sunday, so be sure to get outside and enjoy it. Our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook shows much of Pennsylvania more likely than not to be above average for our temperatures, much like we've been seeing over the past few days. So for tonight, 42 our low, mostly clear skies and a northeasterly wind at 5 miles per hour. As we step into tomorrow, we'll see a high temperature of 70 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Again, those high clouds, so we're not talking about any chance of precipitation here. 5% is very minimal. And as we go throughout our 7-day forecast, we do have a few great days, especially over the weekend. Mostly sunny on Saturday, sunny skies on Sunday. Monday, mostly sunny, and then the chance of a few scattered showers Tuesday and Wednesday. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Filippo. Now over to Sophia with the latest in sports.
Thanks, Brooke. I'm Sophia Monteforte with your sports update. The hearts of PSU fans are still broken after the whiteout loss against Oregon last Saturday. Nonetheless, it is time to switch gears and look ahead for the on-the-road game against UCLA this weekend. James Franklin made his remarks about the outcome of Saturday's game in a press conference on Monday, but is insistent that the team cannot let one loss turn into two. In the conference, Franklin broke down UCLA's coaching staff and the key players that they have. The team is getting strong, but has a lot of transfers on their offensive and defensive line. Franklin says, above anything, Penn State's issue is inconsistency, which he is trying to fix with practice and watching film. Katie Disa, the senior goaltender for Penn State women's hockey, has been named Goaltender of the Week by the Atlantic Hockey Association for the 10th time in her career. Disa has been a valuable player to the team this year, the same way she was last season. This past weekend, she contributed a 15-save shutout against number 9 St. Lawrence. She went on Friday to save 21 of 23 shots on goal from St. Lawrence. This season, she's expected to keep up the heat on the ice for this Nittany Lion team. Juju Watkins, the star player of USC's women's basketball, is ruled out for the upcoming basketball season. Watkins is still recovering from an ACL injury she endured last season in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Fans were unsure whether or not they would get to see Watkins in action this season, but an Instagram story posted by Watkins Sunday night ended the curiosity. She has been a top WNBA prospect for her draft class from her stellar sophomore year performance. Not to mention, she reached 1,000 points in 38 games, which ties her at 4th for the fastest to achieve this in Division I history. Fans can expect to see Watkins doing what she does best for the 26th and 27th season. The NFL has taken more hits this season than fans have seen in years. You can now expect an ESPN notification every Sunday that a key player is out for the season. As of yesterday, Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill has been put on injury reserve for the rest of the season with multiple torn ligaments in his knee. In the Giants versus Chargers game last Sunday, Malik Nabers was carted off the field and just a day later was ruled out with an ACL tear that will cost him the season. The San Francisco 49ers have defensive end Nick Bosa and tight end George Kittle on injury reserve until further notice. CeeDee Lamb, Joe Burrow, and Joe Mixon still stand under the list of injuries as well. Now the scary question is, who will be next? That's all for your sports update. After the break, Nikolai Wagner has the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Nikolai Wagner with your entertainment update. This Thursday, country music star Parker McCollum will be making his return to State College for a performance in the Bryce Jordan Center. McCollum last performed in the BJC back on January 25th of this year, where his performance was unexpectedly cut short due to illness. In a post shared by Parker McCollum after rescheduling the show, he promised fans that the rescheduled show will be an entirely new experience, featuring new production, new support acts, and new songs. Doors open at 6:30 and the show starts at 7:30. Looking for some fall fun to start your October? Well, you're in luck because this Saturday is Downtown State College Improvement District's 24th annual Fall Fest. This event will include free activities such as face painting, a fun house, a photo station, and more. The event will also feature pop-up theater performances as well as multiple food vendors. It takes place from Saturday from 10 to 3 on the 200 block of South Allen Street, and will be sure to bring the feeling of fall to all those looking for it. A show from many of our childhoods is making its grand return, as Reading Rainbow will be releasing new episodes for the first time in nearly 20 years. This time, LeVar Burton will not be the host, but instead it'll be Michael Threets, a former librarian. Threets worked as a librarian for many years and will now be the face of the iconic children's TV show. The official release date for the reboot is yet to be revealed, but a teaser shared a bit of what viewers can expect, including the reveal of some guest stars like Eben Moss-Backrack, as well as Riley Arnold and Ezra Sosa from Dancing with the Stars. The show originally ran from 1983 to 2006, but will now be making its grand return to hopefully inspire a new generation. This Friday will be a big one for all you Swifties out there, as Taylor Swift will be releasing her 12th album titled Life of a Showgirl. Swift says the album was inspired by her life behind the scenes of the Eras Tour. The release is a highly anticipated one, as the album is currently the most pre-saved album ever on Spotify, being the current record set by Swift's last album. To coincide with the release of the album, a film titled The Official Release Party of a Showgirl will be released in AMC theaters nationwide for 3 days only, and is expected to gross upwards of $50 million at the box office. That's all for your entertainment update. Coming up next, interview anchor McKenna Bushinsky will be speaking with Lion Ambassadors Committee Director Cecilia Gonzalez. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm McKenna Buchinsky, and today I'm joined by Cecilia Gonzalez, the Lion Ambassadors Committee Director. Thank you so much for coming in to chat with us today, Cecilia.
Thank you so much for having me.
So to start, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, your year, your major, and how you decided to get involved in Lion Ambassadors?
Well, I'm a third year, and I'm a psychology major, and I have a poli-sci and legal studies minor. I decided to get involved with Lion Ambassadors mostly because I would see their events throughout campus, and I just was pretty interested as to what they did. And then a friend of mine who's actually a current Lion Ambassador, he told me you should apply. I said, sure, why not? There's nothing wrong with throwing in an application. And now here I am, and it's one of the best decisions I've made in Penn State.
Yeah, of course. So for those who might not be familiar, could you tell us a little bit about Lion Ambassadors? What are the organization's goals and mission?
Well, basically, Lion Ambassadors is a Penn State affiliate organization. We're the Alumni Association's student corps. Basically, what we strive to do is we strive to instill Penn State pride in families, alumni, and those who support Penn State from afar. But also, one of our main goals is to uphold tradition and to continue and tell the story of Penn State to future, current, past, and present students, plus alumni, family, faculty, staff, everyone. It's kind of what we strive to do as a whole in our whole mission.
Yeah, that's awesome. So going along with that, Lion Ambassadors are known for some really fun traditions here at Penn State. Could you share some of the events or activities that you host throughout the year?
Yeah, so one of the things that we host is Be Apart from the Start. It's actually at the very beginning of the year. That usually consists of the freshman class. We welcome them in, we show them around, we tell them, or we show them some of the Penn State traditions, so the We Are chant, the alma mater, things like that. We also like to demonstrate different clubs and orgs that they can get involved with. And we also like to showcase a bunch of our sports teams if they ever want to get involved in anything. It's kind of a big hype moment and a welcoming for the new class. We also have an event that's actually coming up. It's called Haunted Valley. We turn the University Alumni House right over here near Sparks. We turn it into this giant haunted house, and it's this big event. It's super fun. We get people to come up and dress up, and they turn into scary, and they kind of like a haunted night, Halloween night. So yeah, kind of that type of vibe. We give ghost tours, and yeah, there's gonna be live music. It's a big fun event. Later on in the spring, we have Founders Day. We kind of celebrate the history of Penn State with that. We also have university-wide senior send-off. It's a big party, not really, but it's a big celebration for the seniors, basically, and they can come in and they have a lot of activities to just say one final goodbye to Penn State. Those are just a few that we have, so yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So on a more personal matter, do you have a favorite tradition or event that stands out to you?
Yeah, so me personally, I love Guard the Lion Shrine. I love it because it was one of the events that I went to my freshman year that I just remember, and also because of the history attached to it. A lot of our events have a tradition or history attached to it, so I think that's so cool. But this one in particular, it was really started years ago in 1966, something like that. And it's basically just during homecoming, which is coming up. It's on October 10th, I believe we're going to be holding this. The parade goes on, and when you get to the end of the parade at the Lion Shrine, Lion ambassadors are there with fun activities, with so much to going on, and it's one big fun event where I get to talk to my friends, I get to watch the homecoming party, I get to just see all the dancers because the Lionettes I know dance at it, and it's just like I'm right there experiencing everything, plus I also get to talk to students and families,
Right, of
and I think that's just so much fun. So it's one of my personal favorites, but there are also so many more.
Yeah, that's great. So how has being a Lion ambassador shaped your time at Penn State?
It honestly has given me like a family within Penn State. I came into Penn State and I already fell in love with it, but once I joined, I became part of this huge friend group and I met some of my best friends through it. Everyone there supports each other and holds each other up, and it's not just even a Lion ambassador context, it's also just outside of it. We show up to each other's events, we usually plan study dates together, and we somehow just find time for each other, and I think that's just so beautiful. And we all have this one big just mission, and that, or not even mission, just this one big characteristic, and it's just we love Penn State and we love the people in it,
Right.
and I think that's something we all share, and it's just full of great people. Yeah.
Yeah. So balancing leadership in an organization like this with academics can be easy. How do you manage your time between Lion ambassadors, classes, and everything else?
My Outlook calendar. So that's that's kind of my biggest thing. I use my Outlook calendar for everything. I never used it before, and then when I came to Penn State, I kind of used it. And once I started getting more involved, I realized like, wow, you know, I really need this. And I have everything on there. My classes, I have any meeting, anything. If I have an exam, I schedule it on there. But I also have an agenda that I handwrite just daily to do things on. Yeah, and I mean, I've always been the type of person that does her homework early on, so that I don't want to do a day of. That stresses me out. Right. So me personally, I do it kind of early, but I think it's just more of just knowing yourself, knowing your time. If you work more at night, then schedule some more time at night. I work better during the day, so I schedule more time during the day. Yeah, just being more organized. But overall, it's really not as bad as if you have like your own system, because I know everyone's different.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
So yeah.
So from your perspective, what impact do Lion ambassadors have on Penn State's culture and spirit?
I really think that Lion ambassadors has a huge, huge impact, and I think it's because we're so connected to the past, and we make it a mission to be this connected to the past. I've spoken to so many alumni throughout my couple of months, even in Lion ambassadors. I've became like colleagues kind of with them, as in a lot of them actually work at the University Alumni House, and I'll go there to go study, and I'll say hi and have a quick conversation. And it's just really fun when they come to our events or they come speak to us and they just tell us what it was like when they were students, or what they would, like what events they've had, or what has changed. And for example, there's one big event that just never changes and never gets old, and everyone always looks for it, and it's always there, and it's the S Zone at the football games.
Yes,
it's near the south end. Yeah, and it's always there, and it's something that we genuinely pride ourselves on keeping and making sure that it's there, because even past alumni come back, and I think people would be really sad if they didn't see the S Zone. It would be kind of like a, oh my God, where is it? And yeah, it's like one of those things. It was started in the 1980s, and it's just been going on since until now. Actually, we just had one for Whiteout. We're gonna have one for another game. And yeah, I think taking what the alumni have told us and kind of remodeling it to what it is now. And yeah, we just really like to keep our traditions going, bring in new spirit and new pride to it, and then making it our own. So I think that's just why.
I love the S Zone. It is so much fun. So finally, for students who may be thinking about joining, what advice would you give to them?
I would just say do it. I did it, and I did it on a full whim because my friends told me, you should apply, and I was like, all right, sure. I say just do it. The only requisite at all is just you have to be a second semester sophomore, and that's it. And that's it, honestly. There's nothing. I've met people from all different types of backgrounds come in, apply, and just have the best time of their lives with Lion Ambassadors. And I think a lot of people probably think that you need to have a really high-built resume. You do not at all. It's really just an organization of people who are passionate, and they want people who really just want to find their home and are passionate about Penn State and have so much love for the family, the community, and everything. Yeah, I just really say, like, apply, try your best, and I promise you, you will love the experience. There's so much to gain from it. The professional development side, there's the connection side, but there's also the friends, and I think that's my favorite part of it. So, yeah, I honestly tell people to just apply. Applications are coming out October 15th, and at the Hub, we're having a Lion Ambassador kickoff. So it's basically just come talk to us. If anyone has any questions, any concerns about anything, come talk to us on October 15th. That's when applications open, and you can apply immediately right there and then.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, thank you so much today, Cecilia, for coming in and chatting with us.
Thank you.
Now stick around, because coming up next, Emma and Brooke will have the latest news from across the nation.
The government shut down at midnight on October 1st, marking the first shutdown since 2018 and the 15th since 1981. Republicans and Democrats alike are playing the blame game after Congress reached a deadlock and was unable to pass a funding bill to keep the government open. The Senate will continue to vote on the bill throughout the week until a deal is struck. Government agencies are now required to furlough their non-essential employees, while essential employees will stay on the job but will not receive pay until after the shutdown ends.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams' campaign has officially come to a close. The current mayor announced on Sunday that he was, quote, no longer a credible contender for the re-election after his year of scandal and political turmoil. Adams was charged with fraud and bribery in connection with Turkish favors, as well as a series of federal raids to his police commissioner, school chancellor, and deputy mayors. His call to discontinue his campaign leaves Democrat Zohran Mamdani, Independent Andrew Cuomo, and Republican Curtis Sliwa in the race. Adams has not announced any endorsements.
The attorney for Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old man accused of killing Charlie Kirk, is seeking more time from a judge to review evidence in the case. The defense has not yet decided if they will seek a preliminary hearing, which would determine if there's enough evidence against Robinson to go to trial. At a hearing on Monday, the prosecution and defense recognized that the amount of evidence the prosecution has is, quote, voluminous. The next hearing is set for October 30th.
There are new updates in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Key witnesses against the hip-hop artist urged the federal judge to uphold strictness in his upcoming sentence, in, quote, fear of their safety if he is freed. Letters from his longtime ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, her parents, and 4 others were submitted by prosecutors during Tuesday's hearing, expressing disappointment in the jury for discharging Combs of racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking, only being convicted of 2 prostitution-related charges. Combs' sentencing will be held Friday, with a current sentence of at least 11 years and 3 months. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.